Accounts of not-for-profit organization, sum number 21. From the following receipts and payment account of Yearcard Youth Association, prepare income and expenditure account for the year ended 31st March 2019 and the balance sheet as on that date. The given particulars of receipts are opening balance of cash in hand, government grants for purchase of books, subscription, admission fees, prize fund receipt, bank interest, sale of newspaper. And the particulars of payments are salary, office expenses, books purchased, stationery purchased, newspaper purchased, prizes awarded, and the closing balance of cash in hand. And they had also given some additional information, which are opening capital fund of rupees 20,000, stock of books on 1st April 2018 is rupees 9,200. Subscription due but not received is an outstanding subscription and the amount is rupees 1,700. Stock of stationery on 1st April 2018 is rupees 1,200 and stock of stationery on 31st March 2019 is rupees 2,000. As we know that the particulars of receipts are income and the particulars of payments are expenditure. But somewhere they have also included the particulars of assets and liabilities also. For example, government grants for purchase of books is liabilities because it is an capital receipt. As we know that capital receipt should be included in balance sheet. Here, books purchased will be considered as assets because government is giving grants for purchase of books. So, it will be considered as assets in balance sheet. The amount of book purchase, we have to add the amount of opening stock of books, which is rupees 9,200. And with the amount of stationery purchased, we have to add opening stock of stationery and we have to less closing stock of stationery in income and expenditure account. First thing is we are going to substitute in income and expenditure account is subscription and the amount is rupees 24,800. This is the format for our income and expenditure account. Now we have to substitute the particular of subscription in income and expenditure account. With the amount of subscription, we have to add the amount of outstanding subscription. Subscription due but not received is an outstanding subscription. We have to add the amount of outstanding subscription with subscription. The amount for outstanding subscription is rupees 1,700. If we add 24,800 with 1,700 will gives you 26,500. Then we have to substitute this rest of the particulars in income and expenditure account, which are admission fees is rupees 2,000, prize fund receipt is rupees 6,000, bank interest is rupees 1,500 and sale of newspaper is rupees 1,100. As we have substituted the particulars of income, now we have to substitute the particulars of expenditure. Except the particulars of book purchased and closing balance of cash in hand, we have to substitute the rest of the particulars. But remember that with the particular of stationery purchased, they had also given some additional information, which are opening stock of stationery and closing stock of stationery. As I had already said that we have to add the amount of opening stock and we have to less the amount of closing stock with stationery purchased. As we have also substituted the particulars of expenditure. Here, credit column is greater than debit column and the amount of credit column is rupees 37,100. And we have to balance the same amount in debit column also, which is rupees 37,100. If income excess over expenditure, then our balancing figure is surplus. For the calculation of surplus, we have to less 37,100 with 14,000, 7,200, 1,000, 2,100 and 5,000, which will give you rupees 7,800. Now we have found the amount for surplus. The next step is we have to go for balance sheet. This is the format for our balance sheet. The first thing is which will be substituted in balance sheet is capital fund. In additional information, they had given the amount for capital fund, which is rupees 20,000. As we know that we have to add the amount of surplus with capital fund. The amount of surplus is rupees 7,800. The next particular which will be substituted in balance sheet of liability side is government grants for purchase of books. As I had already explained you in the beginning, why it should be included in liability side. Only these particulars should be included in liability side. Now we have to substitute the amounts for asset side. Particulars which will be included in asset sides are books purchases. With the amount of book purchases, we have to add the amount of opening stock of books, which is rupees 9,200. And the next particular is closing balance of cash in hand. And then closing stock of stationery. And the final particular is outstanding subscription. Now, if we balance the liability side and asset side, will gives you the same answer, which is rupees 37,800.